today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gets past one man, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Murray now on 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray now. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. Oh, nice move. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're...
Touchdown! A great play there. 37 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Murray. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score touchdowns. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Dillon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, That should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Murray now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes,
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw is Murray, escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowman, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Now Murray again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Murray now to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew is...
a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers would extend their lead here just before halftime. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll throw now on the final play toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Tyler Algier, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is into the weekend in the NFC. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drop. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw, it's Murray. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun now from Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
2nd and 5. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Murray over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Panthers have widened the gap now to 50 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things...
Murray fighting, lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds.
Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On play action, it's Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing now is Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Murray. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side. And an
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to let it go again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Now Murray. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Well, following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray, one final try. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 40. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire